2, 1. What is up, DM Paints fam? Welcome back to DM Paints. If you are new here, my name is Dea and we are doing day 11 of Inktober with the word prompt sour. Now we are actually looking at how to draw lips on Procreate in this video. I have been participating in Inktober through mainly digital artwork, so I'd love to take you throughout the process. We're gonna have a look at this time lapse together of my drawing for the very first time, and I'm gonna be talking about everything that I thought while creating this piece, as well as some advice in terms of coloring on Procreate and some brushes to get cool effects. Without further ado, let's get started. I had that first. I was like, I wanted to combine the other word prompts, pick, sour, and pressure. So I thought of someone picking their nose. I was like, I'm not doing that. So instead of combining the 3 words for this week's video, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna pick the last day, which is the Monday, and I'm just gonna do that word prompt. So I chose sour. I had originally taken one of my older designs, and then I started doing this part where like the tongue was kind of like that or whatever. It was more of like a 2D thing. So I was like, okay, I gotta turn it 3D. And I thought of a kiwi. Have you ever eaten one of those like really sour kiwis? Yeah, like I hate sour fruit. Hate it. So I don't know, I just thought of a kiwi, like something like, So that's originally what I had planned to do with this. And then I was speaking to a friend. So when she saw that I had posted this in an earlier draft, she's like, that looks like a fruit gusher, or she said something like that. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna turn this into fruit gusher. And that's exactly what I ended up doing, because I definitely wanted to go for like a pop art vibe for this. And fruit gusher is just so nostalgic to our generation and those snacks, you know, like growing up as kids and you're just like, all the sugar in the world, and yeah, so I'm like, okay, fruit gushers, yeah, that works. So that is actually what I am creating right here. It starts to take shape a little bit later on in the video. When I was shaping the mouth, I like to use the setting liquefy. So in Procreate, that lets you move around things in your layers, like it lets you kind of distort your image with the pencil. And so for this, what I ended up doing, I'm using my own lips as reference because I wanted to see what my lips would look like in terms of placement when I bit down on something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna bite down on my, like it was the Apple Pencil nib, and then I just snapped a quick photo. I started using that as reference. So these are my lips, guys, digitized. Anyways, here I'm just going in. I went in with oil paintbrush and wet acrylic. I flip back and forth between them a lot just to get different variety in terms of texture. And then you can see that the highlights that I'm adding them in the same color as the background. So I actually changed the background and the color of the lips quite a few times until I got something that I liked. So you're gonna see the highlights on the lips changing a lot, and you're going to see the mid-tones changing a lot. I wanted something way more saturated, so I end up using the hue and saturation brightness a lot. So that's in the settings at the top at Procreate. And those just allow you to kind of play with the colors. So the fruit gushers, like I couldn't decide between pink, blue, green. So you isolate that layer, and then you can use the hue and saturation brightness bar to change the colors in that layer. So I find it really, really important to isolate your layers. So fruit gushers, 1 layer, teeth, 1 layer, lips, 1 layer, background, 1 layer, graffiti art, 1 layer. So as many layers as you can afford, depending on how big your file is. I would at least minimum do like 5 to 7, 8 layers kind of thing, just to keep everything separate and clean. Because the last thing you want to do is if you want to go back and fix a certain portion of your artwork, the fruit gusher stuck to the lips, and I don't know, you're maybe not trying to touch the lips or the teeth or whatever, and you just want to deal with one part. So another thing that you could use is actually the Snippet Tool. So it's the one that looks like an S in Procreate, and that allows you to lasso an object, isolate it, and then edit it that way. So that's if you really need to. But again, for time saver, just use layers. So here I'm just adding in highlights. I've added in a ton of highlights on the lips. Again, this is with the oil paintbrush. And I have also gone in and added some shading and things like that where the gush is flowing out. I did some shadows along the drips of the fruit gusher just to show that there's some depth between the juice from the fruit gusher as well as the actual lips. And then I am adding in like a white glossy sort of thing here to indicate just that there's like some sort of lip gloss on her lips, that shine, that luster. I just wanted to give this kind of like a overall more juicy theme. I believe that with that one I went in with wet acrylic as well as ink bleed. I like to use ink bleed and studio pen a lot for when I'm doing finer details, so those can just be found in the inking section, so that lets you do the finer lines. I also put the lips on a chain as if it were suspending like a canvas. I have seen some canvases hung like that before, so I thought that was super cool. And I'm just going in and fixing the teeth. I got some advice that, you know, like there should be more teeth because it looks like they should kind of be disappearing in your mouth. Guys, I hope I got that right. I'm still learning. I want to talk a little bit about contour here while we are at it. But I added a lot of shading in the fruit gushers, kind of where I felt like I was biting down on it. I added little points to indicate that it was kind of being creased and that the juice was missing by using the contour to show that it's kind of hollow. And then in the backgrounds layer, I used spray paint in the top right corner. If you go to spray paint elements, you can see all different types of spray there. And then I also used something very interesting here for the background that actually I used for the very first time. So pardon me, industrial oh my God, I'm not gonna say this right. Corrugated iron. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the process of how I created these digital lips. I'm honestly learning so much myself, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I talked a little bit about the materials that I was using, the thought process behind it. I hope that you learned from that, and I cannot wait to see you in next time's video, which is gonna be on Friday. I will see you then. Goodbye.